I'm not sure... American... Oh.
Well, that's actually the motto of the American Special Forces.
Oh.
Hey, it's having an orgasm.
No, it's John Locke. Played by Terry O'Quinn.
I would prefer to have Thomas Hobbes in our party rather than John Locke.
Oh, that'd be awesome. This is going to turn into like a really nerdy thing, but I actually created a pseudo-sequel to Chrono Trigger in my head, and I drew up character models and stuff, and one of the characters was a character named Hobbes, and he was a lion man who wore a Victorian suit and had a cane with a sword in it. That's pretty much all I have to say. Yeah,
that was mimetically awesome.
Yeah, that was the best thing about that.
The only thing that's missing, he needs to have a monocle.
I think he did have a monocle. I forget, it's on my DeviantArt page.
That is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I could probably salvage from that project.
The village of Kolingen.
Kolingen?
Kolingen, I pressed the wrong button.
What was that? Turbo retin...
I pressed the wrong button. That's how fast the emulator will go if I turbo. I've just pressed the wrong button.
So we could be turboizing this entire thing right now.
We could,
yeah.
But then there would be Mystic Quest.
Yeah. So he's saving his girlfriend Rachel.
Yeah.
Locke likes Jewish girls.
This is actually canon for John Locke. This is what happened. This whole thing is a metaphor for the Enlightenment.
I forgot how cool that was. The little phoenix thing that just appeared.
I always got confused because of that perspective. Was the Magicite rising up over her body, or was it floating to the end of the room?
I think it was floating to the end of the room for some reason.
Because they look that way, but maybe they're just supposed to be looking up.
I don't know. When they remake this game in 3D, we'll know.
And everyone will be voiced by Stephen Bloom.
Square Enix isn't going to remake Final Fantasy VI. They don't remake good games.
They remade Final Fantasy III. So I don't know how good the original was. They remade Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah.
Technically, they remade this for the Game Boy Advance.
They didn't really remake. They didn't really make. Yeah, the only ones they really remade were 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And 4 is only kind of okay.
Yeah. 4 was good for its time, but it has not aged well. Let's face it, aside from Golbez, Vidya, and Kane, that you can... whatever.
I like the twins. They were the one thing I liked.
Well,
then they died, and I got
like
really upset with that game.
I like them in the after years, they're cool.
A game that, like, cartoony and silly should not have little kids getting killed. Even if it's, like, a fake death, it's still, like, that's way too dark.
Yeah. Well, it has someone throwing himself down a shaft and blowing himself up with a bomb.
I notice I'm, like, talking about a scene that's really depressing for me while a other really depressing scene is going on.
Yeah.
And we're just ignoring that.
Poor Locke.
But Rachel's serving us by becoming the Magicite Phoenix, or something.
Or something.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
It's a cool effect. I like the Phoenix thing.
That Phoenix thing is pretty nice.
It's got good music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting effect.
Gives some depth to the Locke character.
It's nice that each character gets character development in the World of Ruin except for Mog, I guess. Even Gao gets some character development.
And Umaro.
Well, Mog gets to boss around Umaro.
Yeah.
I don't think Mog needed any character development. He's just a Moogle.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't. He's not really a character.
Well, he is a character. He's just a Moogle. That's all he does. He Moogles.
Moogle.
Slam dancing.
Breakdancing Moogle.
Slam dancing.
What's the difference between a slam dance and a breakdance?
I don't know.
Slam dances hurt more.
I'm assuming slam dancing causes elements to rise up from the ground, and breakdancing just makes you look stupid.
I'm sure breakdancing has some sort of combat effectiveness.
That's what the Final Fantasy series means.
A breakdancing character for Final Fantasy 15. Oh, you got all the stuff that he took.
The only thing that matters is the Valiant Knife, which ignores defense and does more damage as he...
Oh, wait, I forget. If you open the chest, he gives it to you, right? But what if you skip the chest? Does he give it to you anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. Because for some reason I thought, like, if you don't open the chest, he wouldn't have it. Which makes no logical sense, but it's something that you'd think a video game would do.
Yeah. Or at least this video, like Final Fantasy,
Yeah,
an early one would do. Square like never really didn't learn for a long time that putting things at the very beginning of something that you have no possible idea of figuring out and then punishing you for doing something arbitrary is not good game design.
No, they do it forever. Like, that's pretty much what the entire... It's like there was a lot of that in 13 too, and there was a lot of that in 12.
Oh yeah, 12 was the worst.
I like 12, but there was some inexcusable shit going on there. Don't open up a random chest so you can't get the best weapon in the game. That is heinous. There's only one reason you have that, and that's to sell, you know, copies of Game Informers or whatever the hell people use.
It's 4 random chests, and they're in places that you have to pass by.
Yeah. And it's like, why wouldn't you open the chest? And how are you supposed to know? Like, why would a chest have any effect on another chest in another world? Like, it has no logical connection to it.
Yeah.
But, like, maybe if you stole the steel from a blacksmith's place and the guy was making the ultimate weapon, you know, it could be like a thing, but no, it's not. It's just a random chest has one effect on another random chest.
Yeah, you could never know. It's just punishing you for doing things that... It's like, oh, you took treasure, or you're a thief, and then they punish you later on. Like,
no, but it's not even like that. No one even says anything to you. It's not like in Link's Awakening when you steal something from the store, and then they rename you thief. Like, that's a thing, you know.
Yeah.
This is like the perfect music for the World of Ruin.
Oh yeah, are you gonna get the sword or the stone?
As much as I like the airship music, I'm really sad they replaced the overworld music with the airship music. We have to get the airship.
Yeah, the airship music is awesome, but this is so atmospheric.
Eh, it's too depressing.
Well, that's the idea. It's the World of Ruin.
It's kind of like in 7 they replaced the overworld music, and I really like the overworld music in Disc 1, but in the other 2 discs it's not nearly as good.
Alright, so I got Ragnarok, the sword, not the Esper. Get the Esper if you're playing the GBA version, because you can steal the sword from
Oh yeah,
one of the
yeah,
final
now I
bosses.
remember.
But if you're playing this Super Nintendo version, just get the sword. The sword is much better.
Elder's house.
Because the Esper teaches Ultima, but there's another thing that teaches Ultima, and the Esper's summon is pretty terrible.
Oh yeah. Well, doesn't it like kill you instantly or something?
And that's Crusader. This one it has like a very low percentage chancing. It's 1/8 to make an enemy into an item.
Oh man.
Well, on the bright side, it's a good way to actually farm rare items. You can get growth eggs for the whole party this way.
Like the way you're supposed to do is you summon it and then just mime it with Go-Go over and over again until you get it. But it's better off. Just
I have done none of those things ever, and I basically mastered this game anyway. So don't do any of that, people.
So I got the Cursed Shield. What you're supposed to do with it is you're supposed to fight 256 battles with it on.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Shield.
Are we gonna watch that now?
Yes.
I actually have done.
On.
I actually have done that.
No, you're not gonna watch it. There's only 5 minutes left. I'm not making you watch 255 battles. No matter how fast I sped it up, it would not be under 5 minutes.
So what are we doing now?
We're doing more Colosseum.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, this is just kind of... It was like things I just wanted to get out of the way. So... yeah, we're gonna bet the Ragnarok. And then they get question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
You get 8 question marks.
The more the merrier.
Yep. The more question marks, the more powerful it is.
So, basically we're betting this to get the question mark sword, or otherwise known as Illumina, or the Lightbringer. Which is the... I wouldn't say it's the best sword in the game, but it gives a lot of stat boosts.
It is the best, actually.
Isn't the Ultima sword the best one, though?
Well, the Ultima, it automatically does a critical hit, and it randomly casts Holy. And it gives +7 to everything.
Yeah,
Alright.
but like as for pure damage, there are swords that do more damage. Like the Ultimate Weapon or Valiant Knife does more damage.
Yeah.
I just like the ultimate weapon.
It's the Illumina.
I like the ultimate weapon because it's like 50 feet tall based upon the height of the people. Oh, you lost?
No, I just edited it out because that went on for like 5 hours.
Oh.
Because it was just them trading blows.
It really went on for 5 hours?
No, it was more like 50 minutes, but that is about 30 minutes, 40 minutes too long.
Or, or you could have had it as a special bonus episode.
Yes. Watch me uncurse the Paladin Shield.
No, yeah, that should be the bonus episode.
Hey, if Spoonie can make a video about drawing, we can do a video about the Paladin Shield.
Yeah, one of us should just like be reading off something, just reading pages of the wiki while that's going.
Dramatic reading of Final Fantasy Wiki.
Welcome
Hosted by Skate Mode, Blue Highwind, and Drake Clawfang.
We can just read like the script of Final Fantasy VI in different silly voices.
Let's just read a page of the wiki. It's like, Cloud, also known as Cloud Strife, is the main character of Final Fantasy VII. He does Final Fantasy VII stuff.
Indeed.
He may or may not have 2 girlfriends or none. It's kind of a touchy subject.
He may or may not be actually a clone of Sephiroth. No one's really sure.
His true love may or may not be Barrett.
May or may not be slipping the meat. We don't know.
Is he having sex with Tifa? The world can never know.
But here's the Paladin Shield.
Oh,
it is the
cool.
best shield
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
game.
Yeah.
This is not arguable.
No, it may be the best shield in anything.
Because it absorbs all the elephants, not
All the
elephants. It absorbs every single elephant.
Haha, Hannibal, I have the Paladin Shield. All of your elephants have been absorbed. What are you
All
gonna
your
do
elephants
now?
belong to me.
Get your ass back to Carthage, bitch.
That's what stopped Hannibal. It wasn't the snowfall. It was the Paladin Shield. Just
Alright.
couldn't take the elephants.
So can we actually describe why the sword is the best ever?
With the shield,
Yeah.
it absorbs all the elements
Yep.
and all the elephants, and it gives tons of boosts to stats.
And it teaches Ultima, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best spell in the game. Oh, you're fighting Jagger Hoover?
Yeah.
The years have not been kind to him.
On the subject of Ultima, I remember the one playthrough of this, I went through the ancient castle dungeon, and I found out that all the enemies have auto-reflect on them. And I had honestly never noticed that, because whenever I went through in the past, I just spammed Ultima, which can't be reflected.
Huh. You know
Isn't that what everyone did?
Yeah.
Pardon?
I actually didn't know they had auto-reflect either.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
This might foreshadow how I go through the ancient castle.
I sense impending death.
You know what I'm noticing right now? Look at how detailed this Graboid is in this game. And then compare it to the worms from Mystic Quest, which look like utter shit. And then you'll know,
Almost
people,
literal.
why I hate that game.
Who doesn't? We all hate that game.
Yeah, but people
Everyone who
defend
matters
it. They
hates
say
that
it's
game.
like
People who
adorable
like
or
that game
something.
aren't
No.
long to live.
According to TV tropes, there's like a fan following
A
or
rabid
whatever.
fan base.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not anymore. I took care of them.
Yeah, they're in my basement now.
Alright, now we got the Merit
What's
Award,
left of them.
which
Which-
allows you to equip everything,
Oh.
except female-only equipment.
Okay.
Oh, so we don't get to see a CC Locke in the Minerva bust here?
Oh man,
That's
that'd be
for- that's
so
for-
hot.
That's for
Yes,
other
Locke.
times.
Yeah.
But-
No,
but
we're gonna
in-
save the cross-dressing for the next game.
But instead, we get
Drago
Don Drago.
returns.
Drago returns. Illumina, Paladin Shield, Crystal Helm.
Locke
and
becomes a
Behemoth.
female permanently, and Celeste is fine with it.
And so then God Drago goes out to take on the world.
I decided that in Strago Returns, basically any idea you could think of, it's all going to be in the game. No matter what. It doesn't matter what anyone says, it's there.
Anything we talk about, we'll
Feel free to
just be in
pile
it.
up my sequel ideas. I ain't doing anything with them.
A mini game where you get to throw darts at Toriyama's face.
Yes, that'll be in the game too.
That's not a mini game. I'm doing that after we finish this recording.
Well, we are kind of finished, aren't we?
Not as long as we keep talking.
Alright, well, let's keep on going. What were we going to watch last time? Santa Claus Conquers the Martians?
Wait, you want to keep going so that Drake won't throw darts at Toriyama?
Yeah,
I
what
should-
the hell, man?
I just like talking to all of you.
Well, we don't like talking to you.
Oh. That's not cool.
If it makes you feel better, no one likes talking to me either. I just keep doing it, and I hope eventually people will laugh.
But I like talking to you, I just said that. Anyway.
Intrigue.
My name is Drake. Well, not really.
Deep
How are you?
interpersonal drama on the Final Fantasy Wiki LP of Final Fantasy VI. Next week, somebody proposes, somebody dies, and somebody is actually somebody's evil twin. Find out next time on Final Fantasy VI. Woo!
Spoiler alert, it's all the same person.
It's Scathe.